Well, Allan, probably not the best game of football you've ever been to, but a fantastic piece of quality for that second goal, the real winning goal.
It was, I think, the two goals that we scored was a wee bit of class in the game that was probably lacking throughout. You look at first half, there wasn't much passing. The pitch, to be fair, it's not in great condition, and it made it difficult for both teams because both teams like to pass the ball.
First half was a really good first half, both teams going at it, end-to-end stuff. The second half was a wee bit quieter, but you did have that bit extra.
Yeah, I thought we had a wee bit extra quality in the final third. We passed the ball a wee bit better, and I thought the second half we were the more dominant team.
Yeah, your midfield's very strong, but Andy Geoghegan seemed to pull up a couple of times there. Had he injured himself?
No, you've just got to be careful. He'd been booked and Josh had been booked, so they've just got to be really careful of the tackles and make sure we don't get people sent off. But it was a really professional performance for our boys. I thought they dominated the second half. It wasn't a classic game by any means, and it took two special goals to win the game.
So now you've got to be thinking, this surely is you up there. Very close behind you though. Peterhead still doing the things, 4 goals today as well. Surely you're the top team here, you're going to go up.
We're in a great position, but we've all been in football long enough to know that the last thing you do is get complacent. Everybody's fighting for their lives now. You look at teams at the bottom of the league who are obviously battling for survival, and the other teams are battling for getting in the promotion playoffs. So there's no easy games in this league. Probably Ayr have seen that the other week against Brecon, and we've seen that against Albion Rovers. So there's a lot still to play for.
Well, Ian, a disappointing result, but you were very brave at the beginning. Your line-up looked so attack-minded. It just didn't come off, did it?
Well, to have any outside chance of the title, we had to win. To be honest, we were very close to going with Troughton and Forest wide, and different boys in the middle. But yeah, listen, we were poor today, and you know, I think each of the games we've done, Fairman could have went either way. I think we've been unlucky in a couple of them, but today they deserved to win. They were the better team. They were first to the ball. I think the first half was pretty even, albeit it was just a horrible game of football. Just poor game in terms of, you know, how I think both teams probably like to play, but it was poor. But they, as I say, they deserve to win, and it's really disappointing because, of course, it was an outside chance, but we tried to be really positive about it, you know, and it was our last chance, you know, to get back to 8 points. I mean, that would make it really difficult, but I don't know if we showed enough urgency and stuff. I say first half, as soon as they scored, you know, the game just became like some of the other games. They sit in deep and they scored to be fair, it was a terrific second goal.
The worry for Ayr fans just now is the way that Peterhead seem to be playing on the up. They've got another 4 goals today, and it's most likely that that's who will be playing in a playoff position, and that's a real worry because Ayr don't seem to be putting the ball in the net as much as you would hope.
Well, I mean, we scored 10 goals the last 3 home games, so I mean, we're doing no bad. But listen, that's a long way off. You know, we've just got to finish the season really strongly, and then we'll take our chances.
What's your thoughts behind taking Jamie Adams off today? We've been asked by a few people to find out about it.
Well, we felt we wanted to try it and play a bit more expansive and try and get at them. I mean, the draw wasn't good enough for us today, you know, so we wanted to get Allan Forrest on one side, Troughton on the other, and maybe Gilmer in there to try and pass the ball a little bit more, but it didn't work. But we were trying desperately to try and come up with a solution to win the game, because a draw here didn't really matter to us. A draw would have suited them fine, and we had to win.
There was one player out there for Ayr United today we thought was a class act and has been for the last few weeks. Peter Murphy today, by far the best player on the field.
Yeah, I thought he was tremendous. Yeah, I mean, and he's playing beside a young lad that's come in. Pace was the issue there, and we brought him in, and he's been terrific lately. And you know, I had the word with Andy Graham. So was Andy Graham, to be fair to him. He's been terrific in the last 3 or 4 games. So, but his range of passing today, Peter, was great. You know, their forwards still gave us a hard time though. You know, don't ever doubt that. They gave us a far harder time than ours did theirs.